Chunky news. Do you like the paper? My outline paper, do you? Yeah? Not that cute little chunky news. You like the paper? You love sitting on it and sticking your claws into it, that's for certain. I have a problem. We all have our ways of drafting. Some people like to outline first. Some people just brainstorm a little bit. Some people just have an idea and they go. It's a range. From not outlining at all or prepping at all to like ultra prep. It's a scale or a margin. And I have this ingrained pre-notion of what is the better way of doing things. In some cases when it comes to writing. And that doesn't always correlate to what makes me most productive or what my process is. I'm not sure if you or anyone else, you know, have had this problem of like, maybe you see yourself as a pantser, but you've heard that plotting is the way to go, so you try plotting, it's just not working for you. I'm sort of in the same situation, but not entirely. I'm not the most thorough plotter. I'm more of a headlights type of writer. I know a little bit and then I write and then I have like this thing that I'm working towards. I'm here. We're working towards this, you know. But I had this notion of doing things chronologically was more effective. You got a cleaner draft and it was just overall the better process. You know, it's not a better process if I don't progress in said process. Does that make sense? Like if I'm not doing anything, like if I'm not writing because I'm stuck on this scene and I don't want to write the scene, then that is not more effective to write chronologically. Now is it? Spoiler, it's not. If you are gonna do something chronologically, but you get like no progress and no words written a lot of the days, and then if it helps you to jump and skip and go back and forth and whatever that I seem to work with, then that is more productive. Then that is a more effective process than if I, you know, try and force writing chronologically. And like I have tried writing chronologically. I have this Witch and Warlock project. I'm opening the Scrivener file right now. As you can see, Scrivener, yeah. And we have 19,919 words in it. Yes, we do. Or I do. And that's almost 20k. And those 20k have been chronologically written. That's kind of insane when I've been forcing it. And I've had to stop a lot of times because I've just been like, ugh, really, it's been pulling teeth, yo. It's just not me to write chronologically. Because I don't plot chronologically, you know? And even if you plot from the back, and do you then like, for me, plotting or thinking out scenes is like, then I get a scene here, and then I get a scene there, and then I get a scene, and then I'm like, okay, I know which scene comes before and after, but I'm not sure what goes in between. So it's a lot of haphazard things. So it would make sense that my writing process would be the same. But I've just been trying to force something because I had this notion that it would be more effective and better. Have you had that where you've tried to do a thing because you thought that that was the, maybe you've heard it somewhere, or you've seen people around you, or your writing friends, or you've seen videos of how people do a certain thing. I haven't seen whether or not people write chronologically. I guess I just assumed because you read chronologically, you know? So I've always had this idea that you wrote chronologically too, because that is usually the process in which you do something. You know, you start at the beginning and then you... But like in movies, they don't shoot scenes chronologically either. I believe that's not necessarily true that they do that, because they need to schedule things, and then whether things are done, or if they need costume and makeup, and you know, it's just whether or not you are a pantser and you've tried plotting, or you tried writing chronologically and it just hasn't worked, or you've tried writing from the end to the beginning? Have you had an idea of a process that it would be better if you went with that than what you're naturally inclined to do? Or do you just know? I don't, am I overthinking things? And I haven't written, and like when I edit, you know, consecutive drafts, I do go chronologically because there is logic to doing that, especially if you're in the editing stages, in my opinion. Not necessarily in developmental edits. You can skip around there if you know that you really need to work on the middle. You can skip to the middle. You know, if you already know what you're gonna do, you can skip around. Or am I? I don't know. But I haven't written in quite a while on these projects. Yeah, Kitsim. Oh, did you want, yeah, here you go. My queen needs a little stepping stone. Yeah, there you go, Kitsim. Kiddoms. You're so cute, Kiddoms. Oh, I'm zoomed in. There we go. You're a little annoyed with me? In order to get out of this slump I've put myself in, we're gonna outline-ish. We're gonna figure out some scenes which I know needs to take place in various projects. I have ritualistic romance, which I need to write the climax for. Then I have witch and warlock, which I'm okay with not doing chronologically anymore. We're just gonna jump. The last one, Soulstone book 1, we are gonna do the same because I have half of it to write. Yeah, sounds like a plan. So we're gonna not do chronologically anymore. No chronologic. That's not what they say in that song. They say technologic. Am I stalling? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Am I still using my Halloween mug? Boopkins. Yes, I still use that mug even though it's not October. Yes, is it the end of the video and I kind of forgot to film an outro? Also, yes. So that is what we're doing here. Just saying bye. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you later. Yeah, bye.